Welcome. So in this case, what I have is y equals 16x squared minus 1. And what I want to do in this case is solve by using the square root method. So what I'll do in this case is, obviously, I'm going to set this equal to 0 because I want to find when we say solving, well, we want to solve in a quadratic. A lot of times what we're doing is we're looking for the values of x that are going to make the equation true when the output or the y values are set equal to 0. And that's going to tell us our x-intercepts or the solutions that we might be looking for a particular problem. So now to go ahead and solve this, by using the square root method, what we're doing is using our inverse operation. So if I have 16x squared minus 1, the first thing I want to do is undo addition and subtraction to my variable. Since my variable is being subtracted by 1, I add a 1 on both sides. And now I have 1 equals 16x squared. Now the next thing I want to do is undo multiplication and division. So I'll divide by 16 on both sides. So now I have 1 over 16 equals x squared. Now the last thing is to undo the squaring of my variable, hence our square root method. So to do that, I will take the square root on both sides. And remember, when I have the square root of a fraction, I can break that down into the square root of 1 over the square root of 16. Well, we know the square root of 1 is going to be a 1, and the square root of 16 is going to be 4 equals x. But it's very important that you don't say, oh, I got it. That we also make sure that we include, whenever we introduce the square root, that we have to include the positive and the negative values. And I'm just going to go over you a quick little trick here, because if you did this by solving a difference of two squares, what you'll see is this could be rewritten as, in a factored form, 16x minus 1 times 16x plus 1. I'm sorry, not 16x, but 4. I could also factor this by using the difference of two squares in this format. And then when I would solve the zero product property, you can see that there's going to be a positive and a negative value for it. But that's a whole different course altogether. I just want to make sure when you introduce the square root, you make sure you include the positive and the negative. Thanks.